So with that, I'll kind of open it up to questions if you have any.
I'm Bob Neal. I'm actually retired from House of Flavors, but I'm currently a developer. And I've been part of two condominium projects in downtown Ludington, a couple other buildings downtown Ludington. So my interest has been in the downtown. And I'd like to draw to your attention, maybe you already know this, but the non-homestead property tax is a horrible deterrent to bringing these retirees into this community that have other homes, other places. So I've heard so much of it, you wouldn't believe it, but a guy buys a $300,000 condominium, spends his summer here, and his summer tax is $10,000. And he could have rented something for the summer for no more than that, still had his $300,000, and it's such a punitive thing on these buyers that actually want to be. I mean, one of Michigan's best and brightest assets is this part of Michigan: the lake, the woods, the sand dunes, the recreational stuff, and the way that we choose to treat those people in property taxes is I just sort of stumbled into this development thing. I'm just trying to do good deeds for the town, and it's a horrible, horrible punitive thing. In fact, we sold in 04 and 05. We sold half our project out before it broke ground, and once people figured out the property tax thing, we sold 1 unit in a week, and it's a hugely punitive thing to encourage people. That we want them here to spend their money to buy ice cream, gas, healthcare. But we're really not competitive at all with other states that are offering these kinds of places to retire. And the only example I know firsthand is I have a place in the mountains of Colorado that is pretty valuable, maybe 4 times more value than a condominium in downtown Ludington, and the property taxes are half. So if I'm gonna find a place to retire, why wouldn't I consider a place where I'm not getting just utterly killed? Because there's a fellow here that bought $1.2 million place on Lake Michigan. The property taxes are $52,000 a year. So how rich do you have to be to feel good about spending that kind of money in this state, and feel good about paying $52,000 in taxes? The other thing I would say that is really hard on the developer community is the city of Ludington taxed on unsold, unfinished condominiums $100,000 for one Ludington place, $64,000 for Lakewoods East, $85,000 for Harbor Terrace, and my guess is about $200,000 on Pierpoint. So the city is taking $500,000 out of the 3 groups of people that are trying to do the most to help the city. And the city says they have to do that because the state mandates it. I don't know if that's true or not, but here you have something of questionable value, especially in this real estate market, requiring no services, and they're going to bankrupt their own developer group. So I don't know if the state has changed something that would make the city take that action or not, but it is a bitter pill to swallow when your underlying goal has been, let's try to bring new people into this community, let's try to get new money into this community, let's try to increase density and disposable income, and the very people you're trying to help are killing you. So it's just the state is going to kill the retirement community in the northern half of this state if you don't find some other way to raise revenue besides just utterly beating these people down.
2 things. A year and a half ago, the real estate market was in trouble, obviously. It wasn't the foreclosure issue, it was just in southeast Michigan, I don't know if it's quite as big a problem here, but we have something called the pop-up tax, where when you buy a home from someone, you know, the heavily suppression that we've had from Proposal A is now released, and the property's reassessed, and then your taxable value is based on that. Like when I bought the house I bought 5 years ago, the taxes went from $3,500 to $7,000, and there's other communities where the number's even bigger. So when the economy was struggling, I thought, admit it was a little bit gimmicky, but kind of after 9/11, when GM went to 0% financing to move the cars and get the economy going, when we passed the bill out of the House, basically it said, if you bought a house in this 18-month window of time, that you will inherit the seller's taxable value for as long as you stay in that house. So it could be $3,000 to $10,000 in savings per year, and to me, it would be very stimulative of the market. And the home builders, they didn't like that bill because they thought everyone would go buy existing housing stock and not buy new. So what I offered to them is, I think a developer should only pay one transfer tax. You buy property, you pay a transfer tax, then you develop it and sell it, you pay another one. So I argued, you just pay one. And then the other offer was, until you sell that unit, it should be taxed at a non-improved basis. So now you've got a lot of finished, and I think this is going to the issue you're talking about.
That's one of the issues.
Yeah, so that, and I would do that. And then with me doing that, they said, we'll support you on the pop-up. But if the Senate won't act on it, I can't get them to move.
Well, but the pop-up is really for homesteaded properties.
Right.